So now we're going to finish activity 2 by putting a hip roof. That's one that's slanted in each of the directions. It's going to have a 2-foot overhang. That's the eave that often you see when you look up. It hangs outside the wall a little bit. And we're going to use what's called a 6-on-9 slope. That means it goes 6 over for every 9. Okay? So, sorry. 6-on-9. That's the angle that it runs at. So we're going to do this. First, we're going to go to what's called the roof plan because if I look at my elevation, my roof starts at 8 feet. So if I start drawing my roof on my floor plan, my roof will sit on the floor. And I want my roof to sit on top of the walls. And if I go to my roof plan view, it's already set up that way. It's so cool that these plans that are all set up are set all at what's called the right level. So when I start drawing, it's going to draw on the top of the walls. And you can see that the things that are down below are, they don't really show up hard. They're just sort of like an outline. And so it's kind of nice. I can put my roof on here. All right, so I go to my roof plan, which starts 8 feet off the ground. It starts at the top of the walls. And then I'm going to go over to roof. There we go, roof. And let's see what I can do. I'm going to do what's called by footprint. These other things are all kind of fancy things that we can use also when you really get into Revit. And one of the other professors will teach you a lot about the architecture that goes along with roofs. But we're going to do a very simple one that's already sort of figured out. So roof by footprint, and there it goes. It put me into a new ribbon again, like it did with the uh, with the floor. But now it's going to do this, and it's going to create what's called a generic roof. Now there's lots of things I could do. Wood rafters with asphalt shingles. Maybe I'll do that. You can do all sorts of different types of roofs. I'll do a wood rafter with 8-inch with asphalt shingles. Now this little button over here says defines a slope. So there is a slope, and here is that overhang we talked about. And let's see. It's not giving me what the slope is yet. I'll have to come back to that. But I'm going to do that pick wall thing again. And look, if I come from here, that's the 2-foot overhang. If I come from here, it's to the inside. So I want the overhang. Can you see that the little dotted line is there? Is to the outside. And there we go. I've got a roof. Now there's other things that you can do. You can modify the roof so that it covers this or it covers this or that one side has a slope and another side doesn't. But we're just going to leave it right like this for right now. But I'm going to do one other thing. I'm going to highlight all of these. See how it says 9 on 12? And actually, I should have written that right. It's actually 6 on 12 that I want. And if I go to my little modify one here and click all of those roof segments, it says, oh, 9 on 12. I misspoke before. It's really 6 on 12. 6 up for every 12 that you go over. Okay, so all of those that I just selected are going to have the same slope. And that's really the most common way people do it. You don't often get two different slopes. So here we go. Bank, and it's going to ask me, do I want to attach the walls to the roof? For what we're doing, you can say no. We don't need them attached. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. That has to do with architectural design. We're just doing what's called mass modeling and getting an overall kind of idea of the size of this thing. So I'm going to say don't attach. And there's a roof plan. That is so cool. Let's see what it looks like in 3D. There we go. How about a bird's eye view? There it is. A northeast perspective. This is just getting so cool. That is neat. Now, I do see that this is missing kind of an area right here. So, what you've got here is just fine. This is the end. This is what we're asking you to do in this section, but as an optional thing to fill this in, I'm going to show you some stuff in an added video that's optional. It's not required.